A few things were brought to my attention. I was texted and somebody asked me, "Are Wendy and Candiace good? Are Wendy and Candiace good?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't know. Let me do some investigations. Okay, let me just sift through the evidence and everything that's been going on, so I can make a determination on what the hell is going on." So recently, Candiace Dillard is expecting a baby boy. I am extremely happy for her and Chris Bassett. I think this is Chris's third child, if I'm not mistaken, and Candace's first. So they're going through a very, very, very joyous time in their life right now, and I'm just so happy for the both of them. She recently had her baby shower and gave up some photos exclusively to Us Magazine. So let me read a bit from the story and whatnot. Okay. They say RHOP alum Candiace Dillard Bassett was on the verge of tears more than once during her recent baby shower. The Bravo star told Us Weekly exclusively about the magical day hosted in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, September 7th, and shared photos from the French-style themed party. She says, "I almost cried 3 times on the way to the venue just thinking about what I was getting ready to walk into." Okay. Candiace and husband Chris Bassett exclusively revealed to us earlier this month that they were gearing up to welcome a baby boy. And of course, she announced her pregnancy back in April. Okay. Skip. Candiace told Us Magazine, or US Magazine, however you say it, that she loved having her girls by her side all day, referring to friends Sharice Jackson, Jordan, Jones, Johnson, and Ascale Davis. Huh? What? Come again? Sharice Jackson, Jones, Jordan, Johnson? Where's Wendy? Okay. Y'all reading this? She loved having her girls by her side all day, referring to RHOP friends Sharice Jackson, Jordan, Jones, Smith, Johnson, and Ascala Davis. Okay. She and Chris also wanted to keep her co-ed shower intimate. Why aren't all showers co-ed? Excuse me. Why aren't they all co-ed? Like baby showers, are they traditionally exclusively like for women? I don't understand that. Like, why wouldn't you want the men in your life to celebrate the baby as well? And why don't you want like gifts from the men too? I never understood that, but listen, I'm sure there's a history behind it. But something about a co-ed, what'd she say? Oh, she wanted to keep it intimate. Oh, is that why Wendy was left off the invitation list? Allegedly. Listen, I don't know. Maybe she could have invited Wendy. Maybe. But according to this, I only see Sharice Jackson, Jordan, Smith, Johnson, Jones, and Ascale. Now, was Wendy invited and could not make it because Wendy is booked and busy and she's, doing Dr. Wendy show and she's filming Real Housewives of Potomac and she's at the White House and oh, you know what? Well, Candiace was at the White House too. The White House recently, I think maybe 2-3 days ago, 4 days ago, they had a Black Excellence brunch at the White House and Monica was performing and some of the girls from what is it? Martha's Vineyard was there. I know Alex was there. I know Nick was there from Martha's Vineyard. We know Candiace Dillard was there at the White House with her Gucci tennis shoes and her sundress or whatever you call it, tank top dress. But so was Wendy. And listen, maybe they were hanging out. You don't have to take pictures with somebody in order to hang out with somebody and kiki with somebody. But I will note that Wendy has lots of selfies with other people. Candiace has plenty of selfies with other people at the same event. And yet no selfie of the two of them together has surfaced from this event that I'm aware of. Now, do they have to post a selfie in order to prove their friendship? Absolutely not. But I'm just giving y'all the facts that there's no selfie on the internet that I'm aware of. So I'm just a bit confused at the situation. Why did y'all take selfies with a bunch of other people, but didn't take no selfie together and then post it like how y'all did with everybody else? What's going on? Now, to give you guys a little background information on the situation, we do know that, it was Candiace and Wendy and maybe Karen sometimes against the world when it came to the likes of Robin Dixon, when it came to the likes of Giselle Bryant onto the what was it, Real Housewives of Potomac, and then also NECA. Okay, because we do know Wendy and NECA had a confrontation and things like that. Okay. But I really specifically want to focus on Giselle Bryant because we do know that Candiace had a really big issue with Miss Gizzy as far as the thing about perpetuating this narrative that Chris Bassett made her go into a hotel room alone and tried to have his way with her. She tried to exacerbate and exaggerate the situation, and on multiple occasions said, "He made me," which I do believe she corrected, if I'm not mistaken, at last year's reunion or this past reunion. Okay. As far as Wendy is concerned, I believe her and Gizzy had issues maybe 3 or so seasons ago when that whole situation about her having surgery. It was Wendy's second season. She had got her BBL, she had gotten a tummy tuck or lipo or something like that. She had gotten her breasts done. She did like some fillers in her face. She got a new wardrobe. She got new wigs. She got a new makeup artist. She got a new wardrobe stylist. I mean, Wendy did a complete 180. Okay. A complete 180. She became the woman that she always wanted to be. Season 2 of RHOP. Okay. And all the changes that she made, money well spent and a job well done. However, Gizzy and Robin took that as, well, maybe she's doing this because of the rumors, and maybe she's doing this because there's some truth, and maybe she's doing this because she's having issues with her husband, and went and talked about it on camera approximately 3 or so times before ever giving that information to Wendy herself. Okay. Because remember, it was a rumor from allaboutthetea.com that said, Eddie was sleeping around with a white woman at his law firm or whatever law firm. Okay. And that he had a bastard child. Okay. So here's the thing. They had a common enemy. Candiace Dillard Bassett and Dr. Wendy To You, Sweetie, had a common enemy in Gizzy. They felt like Gizzy had wronged them in the past, and Gizzy wasn't really making any real steps toward the reconciliation of this situation. And so I think that kind of bonded Candiace and Wendy. Not saying that Candiace and Wendy don't have a friendship outside of the conflicts of the show, but I'm sure their issues with Gizzy kind of bonded them a bit, right? Well, turns to find out, Candiace Dillard Bassett quit the Real Housewives of Potomac. She reiterated that fact just a few days ago on somebody's podcast. And then we still have Dr. Wendy To You, Sweetie, who's on to the show. But what's interesting is I don't know if Wendy has always wanted to just be friends with Giselle, or I don't know if it's the pressure of the producers, because we do know that the producers were kind of pressuring the women a lot of it all season long, really, to get along and to make nice and to move forward and to, pave a new way, right, for their friendships. So it's interesting because now that Candiace Dillard Bassett is out of the equation as far as the show is concerned, you have Dr. Wendy To You, Sweetie, and Gizzy, one half of Reasonable and Evil, like this. How Caroline Manzo said they're thick as thieves. Okay, a very interesting situation. So it has even gone as far as, they're asking Wendy in the trailer, who would you have sex with? And Wendy saying, I would fuck Giselle. I want to fuck Giselle. Wendy, have you been wanting to fuck Giselle this whole time that she was accusing you of shading her daughters and looking at her daughters a certain type of way? Did you have these sexual desires toward Gizzy this whole time when you were sitting in her messed up driveway, her construction zone of a driveway, and said, what am I jealous of? This? Pointing at her backwards, forwards house. I'm just a bit confused at the situation. Where did these feelings come from? So listen, I don't know what's going on, but Wendy was not at the baby shower, as far as I can tell. And they were both at the same White House event. No pictures, as far as I can tell. Maybe there will be some pictures that will surface, but as far as right now, I don't see any. And so I'm not sure where the breakdown of the relationship is, but what we do know is that Candiace is no longer on to the show. She's booed up with Sharice Jackson, Jordan Smith, Johnson Jones, and Escale. And Candiace is out here talking about how she want to have sex with Gizzy. Okay? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything in the comments down below. Let's talk about it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.